morning, good afternoon. My name is Gianluca Iacoangeli. Perhaps you have read my many emails. I have stressed you out via email with all the information concerning this conference. At this stage of our proceedings, as Gabriele was saying, I am called to express our considerations and the outputs the results and our impressions obtained through the study of 9 case studies of multinational companies we focused on. I should say at the outset that when the MuMMIA.Project was conceived by Philcams, in general, we based ourselves on practical experiences accumulated through our own category. When we thought that this could be a good idea to draw your attention to you and your groups to support us, we already had developed the topic. The elements that are needed to prove some factors, the richer they are, the better it is. So we decided to introduce this research on the case studies to have a confirmation of our impressions. Actually, what we noticed with the support of the project partners throughout the workshop we held throughout Europe, that of course are part of the MuMMIA project, were elements that confirmed what we had in mind at the beginning of the project. We focused on 9 multinational companies that are, and I read, Bosch, Carlson Wagon Leeds, Compass Group, Cremonini, Decathlon, HP, IKEA, Perkin-Elmer, and Puma. These are heterogeneous companies. They have different sectors they belong to. As Gabriele was saying in his presentation, these are companies that see the co-participation of many European trade union federations. At the European level, there are many federations that are interested in representing these companies and interacting with these companies. In the individual countries where these companies work, there is a presence of more than one federation that managed industrial relations with these companies. So it's a very complicated matter. As I was saying, the concepts at the basis of the MuMMIA project were looked for through this type of research, associated then to interviews, to privileged witnesses, and the research done by Volker. And all this we had some key phrases that we received with which we can try and make you understand the situation that we tried to represent through the results of the project. The delegates and the people whom we interviewed that belonged to these companies or other companies during the project's workshops highlighted very clear and tangible topics. With reference to the training of new AWCs, there is a timeline problems. The first complaint, so to speak, is related to the timelines. Another concept is the difficulty to have a trade union coordination. EWC's delegates and the federations as well admit that there's a problem that has emerged during the pilot committee, the steering committee of the project. So when there is an organizational need to proceed towards the setting up of an EWC, there is a network problem. So we cannot speak in the best possible matter. There is a lack of knowledge on the part of the various interlocutors, and this concerns the trade union federations, and this entails a new approach. These difficulties depend on many other factors, such as cultural difficulties, differences in the approach to trade union topics. there was another important concept that was highlighted, and namely the scarce preparation by the group that is selected, because the group is not able to understand the information coming from the company, that even though they keep their promises in terms of the European directive compliance, sometimes the committee that is formed doesn't have the technical and cultural tools, informational tools, to understand what type of information they're receiving. So once you don't understand the starting message, it's difficult to make it operational and to work on it. There is a problem that has been partially tackled by Directive 38 of 2009, so the setting up of EWCs, which is a problem connected with the relationship with the experts that the directive envisaged for supporting the EWCs itself. This difficulty is often highlighted, namely that despite there is the possibility of of contacting these experts, there are barriers to communications that don't make life any easier to the expert himself and the EWC representatives, because the role of connection, of liaison, is a difficult one to play. So this was another problem that was highlighted. Mainly, if we wanted to put into practice this information, the message that was conveyed to us is the need for new and better knowledge and communication instruments and the subsequent ability to use them. So there is a need to work. If, for example, about the 9 companies I mentioned, if we think about Carlson Wagon Lee, we have Serafin, a partner, that out of his experience, when he mentioned the experience with his experience within the EWC of this company, he highlighted that in order to reach, to get an answer, in his case, it took him 1 year to get one, to reach his goal. So this makes you understand that despite the goodwill, the tools at the moment may be ineffective. And when I was saying at the beginning that there is a problem of timing, a timeline problem, I was referring to this type of experience as well.